I was raised in a Mennonite home and community, and faith was a big part of our upbringing. The Mennonite church and the broader community that I grew up in did not affirm queer people. So from a young age, I was taught that being gay was a sin. That was painful and confusing as I began to realize that I was gay. For years, I struggled with the feelings of shame and fear, believing that I was going to have to hide this big part of me for the rest of my life. Over the course of several years, I told myself I was bisexual. That was kind of in hopes that my sexual orientation could end up being unnoticed. Throughout college, I slowly accepted my sexuality and came out to some of my closest friends. It wasn't until 9 months of living here in Portland that I felt comfortable and stable enough to tell my direct family. I think socially and spiritually, I was very hurt about the teachings provided to me at such a young age. It's taken years for me to become comfortable talking about this, and I essentially had to train myself and write a new narrative about who I am. I'm more comfortable now, but like almost every queer person, this is something to some extent that we must work on for our whole lives. Having personally experienced the need to protect parts of my identity to avoid emotional or even physical harm, I know how vital it is to build environments where people don't just survive, they feel seen, respected, and cared for. At Gilman Grove and at other Arete living communities, I see that commitment in action every day. It's reflected in how we treat our residents, ensuring that each person feels truly at home, and in how we support our team members who dedicate so much of their time and heart to serving others. Arete's award-winning DEIB program is by far the most active and thoughtful I've encountered in senior living. There's a genuine effort here to learn from one another in ways that other organizations simply haven't prioritized. One of the most powerful ways allies can support queer colleagues, and really anyone, is by approaching conversations with empathy, humility, and genuine intention. Allies don't need to be perfect, they just need to be present, curious, and willing to learn. Pride is a celebration of queerness and a remembrance of those who fought for our queer rights, but I also see it as a broader invitation, one that reminds us to approach every conversation with the same mindset, to listen generously, to assume good intent, and to stay open to other people's perspectives and lifestyles.